Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about an easy strategy that you can use as a beginner to create images on Midjourney, and I call this my one-word strategy rule. So I'm going to pull up an image right here of this little rule. Very simple. It's got two parts to the rule. The one-word strategy rule for easy creation. Number one, change your marker word, and number two, add a new alteration word. So I'm going to explain what this means in just a second, but keep in mind, this is for people who have, I guess you could say, a brain freeze of sorts. Sometimes when you're sitting down and you're creating your images for stock photography, you're trying to think of different ideas. You're really not sure what to create. Sometimes you literally brain freeze. I mean, you can't think of any other idea, and it seems like, you're frozen in time. Now, really what that is that's called the paradox of choice. When you have so many choices, so many things that you can sit there and create, so many different images, your brain freezes. You have too many options, you don't know what to do, so everything just stops. This is an easy solution for that. Now, me personally, you guys know that I personally prefer to use machinery to take the effort out of things. And it was this video exactly right here, how to automate image generation, upscaling, downloading, and creating. This exact video is where I actually show machinery creating images on autopilot for me. But for the people who can't either afford it or haven't tried it or are not ready to try it, or for whatever reason they don't do that or they don't have that, this is going to be a separate solution. Now, obviously, the king is clearly, machinery type automation, 100%. But if for some reason, like I said, you're not doing it, which I'll leave a link in the description on how you can get it and how you can set it up. I'll leave that link in the description. It's basically a full AI setup that literally creates images for you. But if for some reason, if you're not using that, then this is going to be the strategy for you. So what is a strategy? Like I said, it's the one-word rule strategy. Change your marker word, change your alteration word. How does this work? I'm going to give you a live example of this right here. So what did I write? I had a prompt: bowl of salad greens with ranch, top view, no background, stock photo. Here we have a bowl of salad greens with tomatoes, ranch, top view, no background, stock photo. It's pretty much the same prompt. There's only one word that's added. Here we have with tomatoes, or tomatoes, right? Technically, it's not even with, just the word tomatoes. That is utilizing portion number 2 of the one-word easy rule, right? So adding a new alteration word. Basically, it's going to alter the type of image. And you could see actually the difference between these images, like I'll enlarge it for you, this image, and this image, for example. Yes, there's tomato in this image, but it's not as pronounced, right? So you can see that there are differences. And I can use all 8 images for my creation on Adobe stock. Now, once again, I've actually advised about this many times, but when I create a large selection of images, I'm not going to go ahead and submit all of them together. What I like to do personally is I like to add diversification to every submission. So for example, if I'm going to submit, let's just say for the sake of numbers, an easy 200 images a day. If I'm submitting 200 images a day, and I create, let's say, 1,000 of these salad bowl type images, I'm not going to submit 5 days in a row, 200, 200, 200 of the same niche. I'm going to change it up completely. So I might submit 3 or 4 of these type images, then I might submit 3 or 4 of these, then I might submit, like some images like this. So things that are a little bit different. Okay, well, let's go ahead and explore another use of this one-word rule right here. So here we have a bowl of kiwis. Here we have a bowl of strawberries. Here we have a bowl of strawberry slices and banana slices. So let me read out to you the full prompt. Bowl of banana slices, top view, no background, stock photo. Just like that. That's all it is. The next prompt was bowl of strawberries slices, top view, no background, stock photo. So what did we do here? Let's pull up the rule. All we did was change the marker word. What's the marker word? The thing that marks the identity of the photo is the word banana. I could replace banana with anything else and it could be a completely different image, right? This same thing, bowl of strawberries. Strawberries is that marker word. So I'm switching up this word. Here, I actually deleted the word slices and it changed the image slightly, right? Here we have slices, here we have whole strawberries. It does contain a different image. And because the image is different on some sort of level, the tags are going to be slightly different. For example, in these images, I'm not going to have the word slices. In these images, I will. Now, for the most part, once again, to protect myself, I'm using this diversification in submissions. That's the first thing. But the second thing as well is I'm also creating diversity in the type of images. Very, very small amounts of diversity, like I said, with the tags. Here, we have a bowl of kiwi slices. So between this one and this one, there's not much of a difference, but just that one marker word. Strawberries versus kiwi slices, right? Let's see. This is bowl of blueberries. Top view, no background, stock photo. Bowl of blueberries, right? This one is bowl of raspberries. Top view, no background, stock photo. What's the only thing that changed here? The only thing that changed was one word, raspberries or blueberries. That was the thing that changed. In this case, rice pudding bowl, top view, no background, stock photo. So this one was a little bit different because of the nature of its structure, okay? So let's go ahead and try something. So we have here, bowl of banana slices, top view, no background, stock photo. We already have that. What's something that we can change here? What's something we can allocate as a marker word? Well, instead of stock photo, we can do illustration photo. Illustration photo, okay? Now let's see how much does that actually change our creation. So remember, here we have at the end a stock photo, which really gives a lot of indication to Midjourney as to how we want this image to look. We might want this image to look like an actual photograph because we wrote stock photo. That's maybe how the AI is trained and how it understands a stock photo to be. Let's go ahead and scroll up. And we see here that it's really not that much of a difference. It's not a crucial difference. I mean, I wrote illustration photo here, but it doesn't really make a difference. So right now we're doing tests. Before we start kind of running things, let's do tests. Now this actually looks like an illustration, right? Which is the second one, which is actually pretty good, right? This is exactly what I was kind of looking for. So instead here, what I'll do is instead of illustration photo, I'll type illustration art and see if that changes anything. That in that case will be our marker word. Now, basically the whole concept behind this, guys, is for flow process. You guys know when you do something and you kind of get into it and you shut off your phone, you shut off all the distractions and you're just doing it over and over and over, what tends to happen is you enter this flow state. You kind of forget about all the different things going around and you get into the work. Now, once again, if you're not as ready or maybe you're not, you just don't feel 100% up to it yet to use automation machines to create everything for you, this is a decent strategy to get started. You can create a good amount of diversity, right? You're not burning too much mental energy thinking about what to do, but it does create some variation. Look at this. This is an illustration of a bowl of bananas or what's that other thing that looks like a banana? I forgot what it's called, but it kind of looks like it. And clearly, it looks like an illustration. Let's look at this bowl. This bowl kind of looks like a hybrid of a illustration, but also a picture. This one is definitely whoa. All right, we scrolled a lot there. This one is definitely an illustration, and this one, I guess you could say, kind of looks like the bowl looks real, but the bananas look somewhat of an illustration. So now that we kind of got the concept, let's see what else we can change. So, bowl of banana slices, top view, no background, illustration art. In this case, I can change the word banana slices, right? And I could toggle it or focus it towards something else. So, I could do here, bowl of cashews, okay? And if I don't like illustration, I can remove that entirely. I can change that. Let's go back to stock photo here. And here, we can actually remove bowl. So it could just be cashews, top view, no background, stock photo. And I can hit enter. And I want to remind you that you can create much, much faster this way. It's not going to kind of hold you back, right? So instead of cashews, and notice how the images are going to change. It won't be simply just a bowl anymore. But instead of cashews, I can write pine nuts. And I can be creative with it, right? I can type in here walnuts, right? Whatever comes to my mind, I can start typing. Now, this is once again using that rule. All right, here we have peanuts. Let me write peanuts. If I can't think of any other nut, which there are many out there, I mean, Brazilian nuts, I mean, there's so many, I can type in right here, mac and cheese, just like that. I can switch it. I don't even have to do food. I could type in screws, nuts, and bolts, just like this. And here's the beauty about this stock photography selling different images, is that each image to an individual is beneficial to a different individual. And what I mean by that is Tracy might buy this one online or download this image. Jacob might find this image not useful to him. He might like this image more. Everyone's different and their needs are different. And my goal is not to sit here and make everything perfect. My goal is just to create as much as possible. Look at that, right? Look at how my mind connected point to point to point. I was creating different peanuts here, walnuts, and then I did actually screws and bolts and nuts. And from screws and bolts and nuts, I might type in wooden door handle, right? And then I might just kind of leave that there, and I could type in wooden spoon, right? Wherever my mind takes me, I'm just kind of spitting it out. The point is you want to get into this option of flow. Now, make no mistake, this strategy is more difficult, and really, honestly, besides difficulty, it's just time consuming compared to that of an automation tool. So for those who aren't aware, right, in this video, what I basically do is I'm using an automation tool. I have AI write a list for me of different prompts. I structure the prompt list in such a way that the automation tool will understand what I want. And then I just use the automation tool. In the automation tool, I get up, I walk away, maybe I work out, maybe I do something else on the computer, and it will just sit there and create and create and create and create for me. And it will do it in such a way to where it's kind of like a human being sitting down, having gaps of time in between each submission, so it does kind of simulate human being-like activity. But you kind of get the point here, right? All these kind of different forms of creation, from, you know, bowls of pasta to lemons to sausage to more lemons to rice. I mean, carrots, sweet potato, kiwi. Anybody can do this, and it doesn't take some kind of expert. And, you know, these images, if you look at an image like this is pretty high quality. I mean, if somebody took this image, sent it to me, I would not know that this was an AI created image. There would be no way I could tell. Or like, for example, this image. There's no way I can tell that this is an AI created image. My eyes wouldn't be able to pick up. Same thing over here, right? My eyes just wouldn't be able to tell me, is this real life or is this AI? And when I look at this, I say, you know what? All these images, I would give them the same kind of quality marker, which is good quality. And if I had a category of, you know, what to put these images in, bad quality or good quality, well, there's only two categories, right? Bad and good. In my case, I would say they're all good quality. You know, are some of them absolutely perfect? The answer is no. I mean, if you look at some of these like lemon type photos, like something like this, maybe the colors here are a little bit too light or whatever, but overall, it's really not that bad. It's not something I would completely write off, right? I would still use it. And so I had a comment the other day where someone said to me, oh, you know, you're lying to the people. I uploaded only 2,000 images and I generate $1,000 a month. And I thought, you know, that doesn't seem realistic. I don't think anybody here would generate that kind of number. I don't even think it's possible to generate that kind of number. And his main argument in the comment is that his images are high quality. And honestly, if these images are not, I mean, don't get me wrong, I make very good money on stock photography, but I don't make that good money. You know, only 2,000 images uploaded and you generate $1,000 a month. That would be pretty incredible. I mean, you'd have to sell your portfolio over about 3 to 4 times, maybe 3.2 times, 3.3 times, which is about like 9,000 downloads or something like that, to get to that point on a monthly basis, or maybe even less than 9,000, maybe like, let's just say for the sake of argument, let's say 6,500, but that's still a lot with a 2,000 image portfolio. It's quite, 2,000 image portfolio is very, very small. So to think about it that way, it's like saying, basically and he was saying this, he's saying, oh, my images are so high quality that I'm generating that much money. And I thought to myself, what can you really do to make images that high quality? I mean, if somebody saw this on a stock photography site and they were actively looking for like a bowl of pasta top view, if this fit their needs, I wouldn't think that they would look at an image like this and say it's bad quality. So the truth is, guys, with things like Midjourney, you really don't need advanced prompts. You don't need anything too complicated or too long. It's just a matter of creation. A lot of the times, Midjourney takes the hassle out of a lot of the work that you have to do because of the technology. I've spoken about this before in the course. If you guys are not familiar, you can go to superstockai.com. And this is a website that I created that you can go here, enter your name, enter your email, and you can watch like these videos. I think I have like either 10 or 12 videos or like 8 videos. I don't remember exactly, but I have a lot of videos that you can watch, and they're made to rewire your brain. They're really made to kind of like brainwash you into looking at the stock photography business in a very specific way. A lot of the times, people who come to the stock photography business, they have their own preconceived thoughts and notions. They have these certain ideas pre-installed in their mind. Some people may not be confident about it. Some people might not believe it could be profitable. Some people, they have all these different thoughts. So I put these videos together because I wanted to brainwash you in a way of learning how to do it properly. Learning how to do stock photography properly. And within it, we have access to the course where I show you everything that I personally did and personally built with the stock photography to understand, what way to go with certain things, what decisions to make. And I share all the information in there with over 100 plus videos. In fact, I think at this point it's over 120 videos, but don't quote me on that because we are going to add more soon. But the point is that with these type of images, you can't really get more high quality. I mean, at this point, it's at a point of diminishing returns. If you improved quality to the maximum level, how much could you really improve? 10%, 5%, 8%, 6%? How much could you truly improve with images like this? The answer is not that much. So that's not going to make the decision. That's not going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back, where the customer says, yes, finally, I was looking for an image that is so high quality that I needed this image. I mean, literally, if you look at an image like this, how could you truly improve this in terms of quality? Sure, you can add some contrast, you can add some, maybe a little bit more coloring or something, but to be honest, it wouldn't make a critical decision. It wouldn't make a critical difference in the image to the point where a customer would look at the original image and the newer image and say, you know what? That new image is way better. It blows me away. So the truth is, guys, is that don't try to be fooled by really, really large income numbers. It's just a matter of playing the casual long-term game with this stock photography business. It's really just a business where you can dump as much really resources as possible, and over time, kind of like real estate, you get outputs. And that's really the whole benefit of this business. It's one of those businesses that can truly, depending on how you structure it, become passive over time. In fact, I said this earlier, and I'll say it again. Stock photography business currently, at this point in time, is currently the easiest business to operate. You're not going to get the richest off this business, but it's definitely the easiest. You have an AI tool to create images for you. If you don't have an AI tool to create images for you, you can get one. I mean, there's Midjourney, there's Leonardo AI, there's even other alternatives out there. You can have a machine to automate the image creation for you, which is a huge plus because you can step away from the computer when that does happen. And then what happens is you upload them, and then you have another machine that will title and tag these images for you on your behalf, and then you submit them. Very simple. And then over time, these images tend to make you money, and the larger and larger and larger your portfolio is, the more money you'll make. Okay? So that's kind of how it works. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful to you, especially all you beginners out there who are just getting started. Like I said, Hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching, and hopefully this helps you get to that flow state so you guys can feel happy and feel successful in your endeavors, all right? I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.